Ya te di las reglas en el camerino. Protéjase todo el tiempo y obedeces mis órdenes todo el tiempo. Gave you the instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times.
It has been a steady ascent. Now 18-0 is Xander Zayas. And Tim, those 18 opponents he has faced, they have occupied 71 professional rounds of Zayas' time. Not a single one has outlanded him in connected punches in Zayas' career. And 71 rounds as a pro, nobody's outlanded him in a single round.
And none of those opponents were southpaw. He's facing his first southpaw. And a power puncher at that, a veteran, former world champion.
Well, let's get to the southpaw factor. How does it play here?
All right, let's educate. Open stance battle. What that means is lead hand, it's always at war. It's always battling for position. The backhand, the way you line up your backhand, has a free lane to travel. It's about getting outside foot dominance, getting that lead foot outside of your opponent's lead foot to be able to set up your backhand. Whoever can dominate that position on the outside will more than likely be able to land a power shot, Tess.
Zayas firing off that right hand on the inside moments ago, getting the crowd's attention. Of course, you understand on this night with this crowd here in New York, anything he does offensively is going to get a big reaction.
I want to see if Xander, I want to see how he deals with southpaws one and deal with the pressures that be. This is a big night for him. 21 years old, Tess. He's been waiting on his entire career. You know, the pressure can either make you or break you, Tess. We're going to see how he's going to deal with this pressure tonight.
Last time out, he came out and scored a knockdown in the first round of his last fight against Fortea back on December 9th. Here a more managed approach against Teixeira. There's that right hand as Teixeira was posting with his southpaw jab.
Yeah, and Xander kind of lunged with that right hand. It was a bit off balance, but recovered very well.
Finish that three-punch combination with that left hook to the body.
Left hook to the body.
So he scores getting underneath the elbow, and now gives a level change with the right hand going to the body as well.
Again, foot placement, extremely important. Every time you see Xander land that right hand, that lead foot is placed outside of Teixeira's. Good left hand right there from Teixeira. Teixeira now feels like he's getting in a rhythm now. He's starting a little bounce in his step, trying to change things up on Xander, trying to confuse him.
Para la campana.
End of one.
All right, up next.
Youngest team ever to clinch a 1 seed in history.
He was impressive with the way he played.
He can pass, he can shoot, he can score at all three levels.
Arguably the greatest athlete in the history of the world.
Boom, here they come.
Trash talking is a lifestyle.
I love it. Do it, do it, do it.
I think that he's going to get the ball in his hands a lot.
Epic run, epic team.
The king is back.
Check it out anytime on Amazon Music.
The more love we give, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more rainbows we puke. The more rainbows we puke, the more oranges we anthropomorphize. The more oranges we anthropomorphize, the more deer we become. The more deer we become, the more friends we find. The more friends we find, the more our friends find us. The more our friends find us, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more love we give.
Theater where Xander Zayas looks to play a starring role. He was starring with the power punches in that first round, Tim. He had 8, including a very nice right uppercut.
Yeah, especially on the inside. You got to be calm to be able to see this. Again, beautiful short uppercut right there. He sees Teixeira's head leaning forward in that high guard. What he do? He split that guard with that uppercut. Good placement right there from the young Xander Zayas.
Able to get that real estate on the inside here early on in round number 2. There's a right hand. Oh, the young guy's finding his rhythm.
Yeah, but he's still got to be careful. Still got to be careful. He's finding his rhythm. He's finding his mark. Yeah. Teixeira, he can punch now. And Xander got to be careful not to get hit with a shot that he doesn't see coming.
Teixeira trying to pick up the pace a little bit, return some fire just so he has something to respect.
Yep.
Short right hand from Xander, and then he goes to the body, places that left hand there again.
Looking for that liver right there on that flank. Just the liver sits right on that right side, the lead side of Teixeira.
Remember, it was a left hook to the body that scored his last knockout victory. Two-punch combination.
Just great timing right there. Great timing and placement for Xander. Teixeira just standing in front right now. He's covering up. He's battling, Tess. He's trying to do as much as he possibly can right now to fend off the younger, faster, quicker Xander Zayas. But he just seems to be a bit outgunned tonight. Nice. Xander looking for the overhand right. He's looking to change levels, drop his level, and sneak Teixeira over the top with the right hand. You drop low and you come up high.
He's going with that left hand to the body again.
Nice right hand down to the body.
There's that level change again. We'll sit down on it. Wide sweeping, just missed with the right hand. Teixeira back to that southpaw jab.
See, when you're facing the southpaw, the pace is slowed down a bit. I know Xander's trying to keep the pace and intensity. However, those angles are different when you're facing southpaws. Southpaws are used to orthodox fighters' angles, but orthodox fighters are not used to the southpaw angles. That's the advantage that southpaws sometimes have.
Good combination from Xander.
Good shot right there from Teixeira.
He went to the body himself.
He dug downstairs too.
Was Xander Zayas targeting the left hand to the body, and through 2 rounds he has 14 body punches landed. 14-2 connect advantage with the body punches. In that last round, Xander Zayas threw 93 punches, landed 32.
That's smart. That's smart. That takes the legs of the older fighter. You know, Teixeira has been in a lot of wars. I mean, he's coming in this fight out for 3 wins and up in weight, Tess. But that's the way you break down your opponent. You go down to that body, especially an older, savvy veteran in Teixeira.
Bernardo, give us a sense of what you're hearing in the corner of Xander.
Javier Centeno wants him to stay patient. Don't fall in, because that's the only place that he feels that Teixeira can have any success. So stay on the outside and continue to work.
Teixeira threw that left hand, then wound it up as he retreated.
Yeah, it was barely off the mark. Xander got to be careful. That looping shot right there, that's a punch that Teixeira's really good at landing and setting up. He'll move his head to his right, and as he's moving it, he'll loop that left hand right down the middle.
Stop.
Oh, nice feint right there. Got the hands down of Teixeira. Let's see if Xander sets anything up on it. Yep. Oh, it's a body shot as well.
Right hand to the body. You can see the effect that it's having.
And let's also remember that Teixeira, he fought 3 months ago, just 3 months ago. In March. So he was able to build on a training camp coming into this fight. He was expecting this fight to happen. So I expect him to be in shape.
He was 164 1/4 pounds for that fight. 2 fights ago, he's 167.5, and then comes in 153 and change here.
Watch your heads in there.
You can roll those training camps into the other, one into the other. So he is pretty low. He's just 10 pounds away. So if he controlled his diet in between the fights, in between training camps, he should be physically strong tonight.
And Zayas stepping on the gas for a moment. Doubling up the left hand on the inside was Teixeira. Zayas comes back with the right hand.
Para la campana.
Cologuard?
Cologuard.
Cologuard.
Screen for colon cancer.
At home, like you want.
You the man. Cologuard is for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard. I did it my way.
The more love we give, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more rainbows we puke. The more rainbows we puke, the more oranges we anthropomorphize. The more oranges we anthropomorphize, the more deer we become. The more deer we become, the more friends we find. The more friends we find, the more our friends find us. The more our friends find us, the more love we feel. The more love we feel, the more love we give.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
These fans are loving the early start by Xander Zayas. His 3. He has a 61-13 connect advantage. Patrick Teixeira, the former belt holder in this weight class, has only landed 9% of his total punches thrown.
He's on the move as well now. Maybe a fight for survival, Tess. A lot of pressure Xander Zayas is putting on him, bagging him up. That's one way that we don't really talk about much in beating a southpaw. You take away those angles. You get him in that T position. You get him along those ropes where he's squared up and you're dead center. And you're able to operate with both hands, not just one. Xander keeps loading up with that right hand. And he keeps forward shifting when he throws that right hand. You see that back foot lift up off the ground and come forward, Tess. He's exposed at that very moment. Teixeira has yet to make him pay for that. There's that left hook.
Right hand to the body, right on the belt line. Smothers him with an uppercut. Remember the big uppercut that he landed in round number 1. Tried to get around that right elbow, partially blocked. That body shot was.
He's using the feints now. You see the foot feints coming.
Oh. That's what he was told before this round, to utilize the foot feint. Try to create the opening with it.
Yeah, you keep your opponent guessing. And if they were planning anything, a good feint would force them to throw the shot that they were planning a little bit too early, and you're able to capitalize on those mistakes. But you see how Teixeira, he's keeping that lead hand, he's keeping it glued down to his body, bracing himself for those body shots that Xander's trying to throw and land. What do you think about the technique of Teixeira right now? What do you think about his technique from your eyes? That's a looping shot right there. That's the shot I was telling you about. He moves right, dips his head, brings the eyes over there, and a looping shot.
But it does come with some risk, though.
But what I'm saying is,
end of 4.
It just seems like he's somewhat of a shell of himself.
There's no doubt about that.